Hey people, I'm live. Welcome to a very cold Thursday evening here in downtown Toronto. I think it's around -5, but it feels more like -12 with the wind chill factor. It's a very crisp and frozen feeling kind of day today. I'm in Moss Park, looking towards the west right here. But there's still no snow, as you can see. But it certainly feels like a very cold, crispy January winter day. And we're going to be walking around the city, trying not to freeze. And hello, Sammy Woo, good to see you. Aaron Hockey, hello, hello. Jacob TTC C55, welcome to you. Sunjib, hello, Sebastian. Gertish, hello. Steve Grant, Craig O'Connor, Darren Ross, John Burke, hello, my YouTube account, Damien Chaos, good evening, Mark Inshin, hello Marge, Steve Mikra, Peter Stock, Brad Palmer and Marie Palmer, Mark Lang, NBA, hello, and Rhonda Lloyd and Wesley, and Giuseppe, hello, Shannon, Billy T, good to see everyone. I'm standing on this little bleacher here at Moss Park, looking towards the baseball diamond. Hello, Christos, how you doing? So I thought I'd take us over to Richmond Street and we'll start heading west. Hello, truly Canadian. I do have my hat on. I think I'm dressed snug enough here. I got several layers here, a coat, a hoodie, flannel shirt, t-shirt. I have the hat. I have my big warm glove here to hold the gimbal with, the big heavy-duty winter glove to hold the gimbal. I think I'm gonna be all right. Yeah, Megan is okay, Jacob. Happy New Year, Josephine Halligan. And Happy New Year to everyone that I hadn't had a chance to say it to yet. Hey, Chef Mario Cooks. It's way cold for sure. You took the sightseeing bus, wow. Were you sitting out on the top, out in the open air? Hey, John G. Sirwick. Bill Johnson, yeah, that would be a laugh, right? I think jumping this fence would be pretty easy, though. It's not much of a fence, really. Just a few small rows of barbed wire on top. I think that'd be pretty easy to swing your leg over. Oh, you enclosed the top. All right, well, that sounds a little better. Hey, Wilford, yes. So the long, cold walk begins. Hello, Enoch. How you doing? Crossing Queen Street. Hey, Abe. It's very cold indeed, John Nicholson. And I have my power bank because I'm sure my phone will die out sooner with this cold weather, but I made a little warmer for the power bank. Sometimes the power bank doesn't work all that great in the cold weather either, so I made a little snuggie for it to keep it warm. We'll see if that helps. Hey, Jefferson Rivas, hello. Oh, Maroof. Well, hopefully everything's all sorted out now. You need a power bank for the power bank. Yeah, it seems like it. No, nothing as fancy as a USB heater. I just MacGyvered a little snuggie to wrap around the power bank. Just made out of it like an old sock. An old sock that had holes in it. Now it's a power bank snuggie. Hey, Lena Sandoval, hello. Okay, we're at Jarvis and Richmond. Hello, Melanin Sun. Vivian Johnson, hello. Moderator extraordinaire. Thank you very much, Jacqueline S. and Mandeep Singh, for your channel membership. Very much appreciated. And Mike Landry, a $2 super sticker. Thank you very much, Mike, and welcome to the stream. Awesome as always with the support, Mike. I hope your 2024 is going good so far. All of 4 days in, though. Hello, LRM Guitars. That's a good way to do it. Hey, 21st Century Walks. He gifted 5 memberships. See, I didn't catch that. Thank you, Marge, for letting me know. Wow, thank you. 21st Century Walks for gifting 5 channel memberships. That is amazing. So I saw that Mandeep Singh, Jacqueline S. Who else? Jefferson Rivas also. John Nicholson. And who else? But wow, that is amazing. Thank you. It's a great way to kick off the stream. Big thanks. Thank you very much. Hello, Streets of Ontario. So I hope all the new channel members enjoy some of the perks that come with channel membership. Thanks to 21st Century Walks. very generous indeed, Wilford. See how downtown is on a freezing cold Thursday evening. Probably not going to be all that busy. I think a lot of people are still not fully back into the swing of things after New Year's also. So things are bound to be a little low key for the next couple days. Probably on Monday things will start getting more back to normal in the city. Church Street. So we have two Johnsons in the house now, Vivian and Bill. Hey, Dominic. That's right, I blew past 22.2. I'm actually getting closer to 22.3 now. Maybe I'll hit 22.3 by the end of the stream. So anyone who hasn't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Help me get to 22.3. Hey, Scott Chrysler, hello. Vertigania. John Barrientos 9, hello. Marge, a $5 super chat. Ken, it's a hot chocolate kind of night. I would say it is for sure, Marge. Thank you. Thank you very much, Marge, for the $5. Appreciate it. Thank you. Hey, Whitby dude. Josephine, I have a video coming up from my perspective from when I sniped Johnny, so keep an eye out. I'll be premiering that maybe tomorrow, so that should be fun to see things from the other point of view, I hope. Yeah, he should be getting that. I'm sure he's already gone through the process, and it'll be sent to him in the near future. Streets of Ontario, no, I've never met him yet. I don't even think I've seen him out and about on the streets. I know Johnny has before, but I have yet to run into him. Melanin Sun. Yeah, I remember my first winter living in Toronto was the winter of 2010 and 11. And it was like this too. There was no snow the entire winter. Of course, this winter isn't over yet, so we don't know if we're going to be getting snow in the coming weeks, but that winter there was hardly any at all. It's kind of reminding me of that. Hey, Darren Ross, hello. But to be honest, it's pretty normal for Toronto to have snowless days throughout much of the winter, you know, like snow on the ground is not really the norm for Toronto throughout the winter. It's more like snowfall, have snow on the ground for like maybe a few days to a week, and then the snow melts and then nothing on the ground until another snowfall maybe a few weeks later, and same thing, and that's how it goes. Hey, Joy Sally. Yeah, that could be Joy. Schnurtchick from Guelph, hello. Hey, Total Tech. Alright, we're at Yonge Street. Hello, Maureen Bruce. Walking past the Hudson's Bay store. It's the Queen bus running on Bathurst. I mean, running on Richmond to Bathurst. And Vivian Johnson, a $5 super. To go with margins in case I need 2 hot chocolates or a cookie. A nice warm cookie right out of the oven, right? Thank you very much, Vivian Johnson, for the $5. Very much appreciated. Thank you. Hey, Wing Zero, hello, hello. I didn't believe you anyway. That's 2 buildings, but they sort of blend together. Bill Johnson, right? Post-divorce, right? Happy New Year, Tom Seeley. Hello, Carlos R. Happy New Year. And a $5 super sticker from Abe. Thank you very much, Abe, for your support. I'll add that to the warm snack or beverage fund. Very much appreciated, Abe. Thank you. Davey Bukaj, hello. You saw me in AK's intro, yeah. That was when Action Kid and I were both dressed with the same blue plaid shirt when we were walking around together doing collabs. With Johnny too. Johnny wasn't wearing the blue plaid shirt though. Maybe next time. Yeah, the air conditioner is still alive and kicking. It's ready for the next summer. Alright, here's Bay Street. Trying to show Old City Hall with all this street clutter in the way. There we go. So we're right in the heart of the financial district. But I'm going to continue west on Richmond Street. Hey, 619 WWE fan, hello. Happy New Year. Yeah, that place is pretty well stocked, Whitby dude. Hello, Liberty Tree. It's shaking in a freezing cold kind of way. Maybe it's shivering. It's graduated from shaking to shivering. No, I wasn't out and about an hour ago. I just came out right when I began the stream. Whoa, 2 supers just popped in here. The Standing Bear, another generous $20 super. The Dark Knight freezes. Let me see if I can get this to stop running away here. There we go. Greetings from a chilly Florida. Again, Happy New Year and look forward to your first North Bay walk 2024. Yeah, I'm sure I'll make it up there maybe at least once this year. The Standing Bear, thank you very much for the generous super once again. And Karina Parks, a £5 super. Happy New Year, my angel. Thank you very much to both of you. Happy New Year and thanks for the awesome support. Till Bronze, Happy New Year. That's a good question, Peter. Some people aren't a fan of the new City Hall in Toronto, but almost everyone loves the old City Hall. .619 WWE. Yeah, that's fine. I don't mind if people come up to say hi. That's always welcomed. Like a quick hello and, you know, shake hands and whatnot. That's all perfectly good to me. I enjoy that. Kind of makes my night, actually, when people come to say hello. Someone live stream my live stream. That's happened several times when I run into other live streamers while they're live streaming. Marg, I went way past that. I'm closer to 22,300 now. So I didn't get a chance to screenshot it, unfortunately. It had already passed after the New Year's Eve stream. York, sidewalk closed. You know you're in Toronto when. Hey, Toronto's doo-wop music guy, hello. The humming is coming from right here. Hey, funny dog, hello. I don't think they've totally wrapped up Yonge and Eglinton yet. I know once it's completely clear of all signs of construction though, Johnny will be out there doing a video saying finally, after over 10 years, Yonge and Eglinton looks normal again. If that sound was copyrighted, you'd never be able to stream anywhere in Toronto. The sounds of construction are copyrighted. The end of all Toronto YouTube content would be immediate. Hey Jenny, hello. Right, Jenny? Hey, real life Vinny. Oh, that's a bummer to hear. I don't think Prism has. Jenny 8675309. Yeah, that's right. I heard there was another big protest today down by Union Station. Do I know how to drive a car? I know how to drive a car, I just don't do it. I just don't have a car. And Reggie Gagnon, either you just became a channel member or you renewed your channel membership, or you were gifted a channel membership. I don't know which one it is, but thank you, Reggie Gagnon, for some form of channel membership. I wish I could see which one it was. It doesn't show me on here.
Can you fully agree to that?
Looks like they got the what?
No, you.
Oh, sorry.
Hello.
Looks like we got the TD logo on the new tower there. You can't really see it though. How many TD logos does Toronto have now on office buildings? So many. Oh, thank you, Vivian. See, you can see what the situation is. It doesn't show me on here. So thank you for 1 year of 12 months. I haven't even had channel memberships for 12 months though. That's odd. But thank you, Reggie Gagnon. Or maybe it's 2 months. That would make more sense. There we go. Yeah, Carlos. So thank you for your 2 months of membership, Reggie. Hey, Dusty Cole. Hello. Have I considered being a rock band tribute singer? I've probably had a few little fantasies about that sort of thing. That is awesome, Gertij. Yes, the 2-year anniversary is coming up of the big trucker convoy thing. And JP Atherton with the $5 super. Stay warm, I'm trying. Thank you very much, JP. Support is appreciated, thank you. To keep an eye on the battery level of my phone here. So far it's doing all right. It's only gone down to 78%. I have a jacket for sure. A jacket on top of a hoodie, on top of a shirt, on top of another shirt. Hey, Scott Briggs, hello. Yeah, I didn't bring my sunglasses tonight, Jenny. There's the Much Music building from the Richmond Street side. I'm still waiting for that documentary called 299 Queen Street West to air on streaming platforms. I think Crave was supposed to air it in December, but that got delayed because now I think the documentary is wrapped up in lawsuits concerning its use of copyright music and that sort of thing. I was looking forward to watching that. It was screened at theaters though already, so people have seen it. Good evening, Hadley Epstein. I have been there on more than one occasion, Carlos. Most recently with Megan to see the Barbie movie. We did a video of that actually. Not of the movie, obviously, but going to the theater. Hey, Devin Sullivan, hello. No worries, Hadley. I see we're already over 300 viewers. That's awesome. Half an hour in. Speaking of the Scotia Bank Theater, here it is. I think I'm going to cross to the other side, though, or maybe not. I'm trying to get away from. As we were just talking about earlier, copyright music. That corner is blasting it there. Well, Megan didn't make me go, but she really, really wanted me to go with her. So I was like, I guess. Yeah, the Michaels is still going. Let's see what's playing now. We got more copyright music here though. Ay, ay, ay. Can't get away from it. I just want to look at the movies that are playing, darn it. Favorite song of 2023. I don't know if I had one that was new to that year, you know? City Emerald. Oh, I guess JP Atherton actually just reminded me. That's right. I was thinking of like songs by new artists, but the Beatles put out a new song in 2023. So I guess that's it. Now and then. But as far as a current artist, I don't know if I can think of one that I wanted to listen to more than once. Yeah, people say lots of crazy things, Jacob. Yeah, Sloan. I still love Sloan, but I have to admit I haven't been keeping up with a lot of their new music in more recent years. Scott, you figured it out. That's why I'm dating a Megan. If I can't have a Megan Thee Stallion, I'll just date another Megan. Hey, Lobster Boy. Ron Diaz, hello. I don't know if I said hi to Rain Eyes already. If not, hello, Rain Eyes. I should date a Barbie. Well, Megan was dressed up as Barbie when we went to see the Barbie movie, so I kind of was dating a Barbie. I could just stay a Ken. See, that was the good part. I didn't have to change anything. I was a Ken already. She became a Barbie. It's a long time no see. I didn't take part in any such singing, John Barrientos. Clark, for this I'm using my Samsung smartphone. Hey! Using the Samsung S20 FE. That's what I use for my live streams. For my pre-recorded videos, I use the Pocket 3 now. Here's Mama's Pizza. I still never tried Mama's Pizza after all these years of living here. People say it's good. I should try it sometime, right? It's a chain, but I think it's one of the better chains.
Yeah, that is.
It's actually all right. Yeah, thin pizza can be good. I kind of like thin and thick crust. I can enjoy both. All right, Spadina Avenue. Clark, it does have a bit of a focus drag, I guess you could say. When you turn it around, there's a split second where things are blurry, and then it will clear up again. I noticed that happens a lot more with the Pocket 3 than it did with my Pocket 1. Oh, good stuff, Harjot. I hope you had a good time. Gertish, that was further up Richmond at Bathurst and Richmond. Happy New Year, Sonia C. Get some tacos. Thank you, Vivian Johnson. Yeah, that's right. If you haven't subscribed, that would be an awesome New Year's gift, I suppose, to me. Hit the subscribe and the like and the share and all that stuff, all that jazz, as they say. Kind of, says Nick Watson. Yeah, I wasn't up that early. I think I was going to bed closer to sunrise time today. I become sort of nocturnal, I find. There's no Mama's Pizza near my place, no. I think the closest one is on Yonge Street. Or there was one on Yonge. I'm not even sure if it's there still. In the financial district. Walking along Richmond Street. I haven't tried Mother's Dumplings. I haven't tried Coselli's Pizza either. I admit I haven't tried a lot of things in Toronto, you know. I guess I'm not a very big foodie, you know. I just don't tend to go out of my way to try new restaurants or even some old restaurants. I tend to find things that I like that are nearby and just go to those places over and over again. Hey Brenda, hello. You haven't been downtown since the 80s, wow. Hey, well, you're welcome. You can check out tons of downtown walks I've done on my channel. Most of them are downtown, and since I live downtown. So, pre-recorded walks and live streams. Thank you, Brenda. I think I have over 1,400 videos now on the channel. What is this restaurant? Lee Restaurant. All right. This is called Lee. L-E-E. Hey, Robert Armstrong and Learn to Live. Hello. And Ruba Simo. Hello to you. Yeah, so far so good, Brenda. I'm starting to feel the effects of the cold a bit now. My ability to form words properly is getting a bit harder. Find once your face gets cold when you're trying to talk, you tend to mispronounce words a lot, or they don't come out right. That's starting to happen a little bit. You sort of have to concentrate and enunciate very carefully. Otherwise it'll sound like blah, 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 blah. Okay, no worries, 613. Everyone likes something different. I enjoy the big city downtown vibe. Portland Street. Yeah, Hadley, I'm keeping an eye. I'm at 65%, and I do have my power bank here. Hopefully it's staying warm, so it works when I do plug it in. No, not too much, 619. Not too much. I think I said 613 earlier. I meant 619. I've been to Yorkdale Mall a bunch of times to do videos. That's the only place I've gone with some regularity, because it's easy to get to. You just hop on the subway. A power bank is just a portable device that will give you more power if your phone battery dies. You just plug it in and you can keep your phone alive. Hello, MK. Glad to hear you like the streams. It's Jake the Goat Animator. Hello. Thank you, Bunda Fidela. I'm going to head up to Queen here, and then we'll continue west just over to Bathurst. I thought I'd go north up Bathurst Street. That last leg of Richmond is pretty dead, so I thought I'd come to Queen here. A little bit more interesting. Let's see who's playing at the Velvet Underground. We have Hermitude, Tape B, and Doobie, and Sarah Kang. Which Doobie? Is it one of the Doobie brothers just gone solo? Are there any of the Doobie Brothers left? I'm not even sure. Hey, Ken Moritz. Hello to another Ken. Hey, Smitty, hello. Well, here's a available retail space on Queen West. I guess this is West Queen West now. I wonder what the rent is here. It's probably stratospheric. Although a bit further east it would be even more so. Once you go west of Bathurst, the rents are not as high. Still not cheap. It is Queen Street. There's the Bovine Sex Club. It's Herbie's Herbs. Looks more like Herbal's Herbs. Herbal's Herbs? Okay. That's harder to say than Herbie's Herbs. Yeah, that one's not an actual sex club though, 619. That's just a edgy name. It's really just a venue for live music, sort of industrial music, or you could say goth-oriented music nights. You got to go to Oasis Aqua Lounge if you want the real thing. That's on the east side of downtown. Hello, Abandoned Ambience. All right, we're heading north on Bathurst. Thank you for your subscription, Abandoned Ambience. Very much appreciated. Maybe I'll pass 22.3. I think everyone got kicked off that bus there. It's not in service. And normally streetcars will go through this loop, but right now it's buses. Don't go to Oasis Aqua Lounge. I don't really have any plans to go. Your little sister made your day? Well, that's good. Hello to Jacob's little sister. Still at 22.2. I think we can get to 22.3 before the stream is over. For everyone who's watching, who hasn't subscribed yet, hits the subscribe. I think we can do it. Hey, Devish Patel, hello. XPP Zones, XPB Zones, hello to you. Oh yeah, people are living in the houses all along here. Some of them look a bit run down, but they're occupied as far as I know. I don't think there's a bar at Queen and Bathurst anymore. That's the thought that counts, 619. Yeah, some of these look all dark and abandoned, but you can see lights on, at least in the top floor there. These are like old row houses here. I'm not sure where I'll be ending the stream. All I know is I'm going north now. I'll probably go east again at some point. Hello, Gamer1. Manteras. When did I start YouTube? Well, I started my very first YouTube channel in 2008. But I didn't really do much with that one. And then in 2015, I started this YouTube channel. Or was it 2014? 2014 or 15, I started this channel with this name, the Ken Continuum. But I didn't start doing the walking videos on here until 2018. July of 2018 is when I did my first walking video. Before that I had other sorts of content on here, which I mostly have all taken down now, but I left one of my old videos, or two of my old videos are still on this channel from the before times, before it became a walking channel. But everything else has been walking videos starting in 2018. Thank you, Giuseppe. Yeah, I'm seeing closer to 370 something here right now. And the rest, as they say, will continue. There's a little rink, only one dude on it here. Alexandra Park right here. Got the tower through the trees. What was before walking? I just did different sorts of videos. I did like an apartment tour. I did those kind of videos where you talk to the camera and rant about things in a humorous way, like a funny rant style video. I did a bunch of those. I mostly took all those down though. Hey, Nancy Mattis. Welcome to the stream, and thank you, Nancy Mattis, for your continued channel membership. Yeah, I never did an unboxing vid. Walk through here? Do I have to go around? Do I have to cross the street? I'm not sure. We'll see. I don't like olives. Never been a fan of olives. total check, right? You remember that story. The Weeknd stole one of my pics from Instagram, and he put it on his Instagram and didn't even credit me. I thought you were cool, The Weeknd. I thought you were cool. All right, we're at Bathurst and Dundas. It's the 505 Dundas. Do I like oysters? No, I can't say that I do. BW and AW, that's right, Peter. Peter Akiki, yeah, we're having a snowless winter in Toronto so far. I don't know if it'll stay like this. Alan K is in the house. Hey, Alan K. Glad you can make it. Zenburger, yeah, I think we'll probably do another one. We were talking about maybe on days when the weather is really, really crappy, like, and we'd rather not go out. We'll just do home streams on days like that if she's in town. It's always fun to do those things together. I don't know if I'd enjoy it as much doing it by myself, doing a home stream, but anything's possible. Yeah, Toronto Western Hospital here on this side. Do I like pineapple pizza? Well, I have had it. I guess I didn't hate it. It's not my preference, but it's all right. Pineapple tastes good, so I'm not going to complain too much. Hey, Nancy Mattis. Am I getting ready for the big blizzard we're likely to get? I'm as ready as I'll ever be. Thank you very much for the $5, Nancy Mattis. Yeah, I'll be out there when we get the first big snowfall, either streaming or recording a video. Very much appreciated, Nancy. Thank you. Hey, Dome Garth. Do a gaming stream. I don't really game though. I've never been much of a gamer. I'm way more of a movie and TV show kind of guy. Not really into gaming. Carlos set. I'm walking north up Bathurst. I'm just over an hour in. What's the battery at? 52%. Maybe I should plug in my power bank right here. I find once it goes below 50%, it starts to drop off a lot more quickly. Whoops. The old gimbal is acting up. Sorry, I seem to have turned off my gimbal here. There we go. Jeez, all right. Sorry about that. The gimbal is misbehaving a bit here. All right. I have this bizarre setup here with my power bank taped to my gimbal with the Snuggie on it. All right, back in action. We'll see if this battery stops dropping now. Things just don't work that good when it's freezing out. Everything just starts misbehaving, including me. My hands don't work as good when I'm trying to use them. My mouth doesn't work as good when I'm trying to talk. If I buy Ogre the strategy game, yeah, I probably won't be doing that. Nancy, it's around -5 or 6 Celsius, but more like in the minus teens, I think, with the wind chill. It feels very frigid, like very much a freezing sort of feel to the day. Hey, James Greenwood. Almost at College Street. This is Sneaky D's here on the right. Is there a warm burrito in the forecast? I hope so. I wouldn't say no to a warm burrito. So this is College Street. Little Italy is that way. Robert Zarati, hello. I don't remember a Cinnabon around here. There's a Starbucks. And the Nest. I think that's going to be coming down. This bank will be coming down, and Sneaky D's also on the corner will be all coming down to make way for a new development. I think Croft Street is near here. I thought I'd take a walk up Croft Street. It's sort of like an alley that looks like a street. Or is it a street that looks like an alley? So I made up a word called a stralley, and that's what I think Croft Street is. Yeah, the Elmo Combo is still open. It's just different now than how it used to be, but it's still there at least. Hey, you don't have to ask my permission, Peter. I don't think there's a heck of a lot of a huge difference between the M2 and M3 for most things that you'll probably be using it for anyway. Alright, here's Croft Street. Yeah, today was actually clear. The sun was out. The sun was out for the first time in a long time today. I didn't get out though during the day when it was sunny. I didn't come out until I was ready to start the stream. So, walking north up the stralley called Croft Street. Like, does this look like a street or an alley to you? Nope, Megan's in Guelph. She was here for 4 days though over the New Year's weekend. We did a bunch of videos together and the New Year's Eve live stream. This month's members video is actually a video I did with Megan. So all the new channel members who were gifted can check that out. If they're Metropolis tier members, I'm not sure what level of membership they were granted, but all those who are Metropolis tier members can check out that video. Sounds like an Australian word, kind of, right? We're walking up a stralley. Let's see what we encounter here on the stralley. Hey, crikey. A wild car. We have a guy horking up a lung. He's still horking up a lung. Hawking a loogie. I see another person way up ahead there, but I pretty much have this whole thing to myself here. And there's some cool artwork on some of these garages, but it's a bit dark right now. What is this? Elon Francisca Musk. What's that all about? Saying sweet child of mine. I don't know if I could pull that off. Even Axl Rose can't pull that off anymore. I think his voice has left the building. Yeah, the alleys I find are much less full of unsavory characters than the streets, than on the sidewalk of the main streets, right? I never really encounter too much weirdness in these alleyways. Then you go onto the sidewalk on College or Bloor and you'll see something weird within minutes. And there are some houses that do front into this stralley also, like here. So this is the front door. And these are actually really nice residential neighborhoods right here too. That's probably why there's not too much sketchiness going on in the stralley here. Boys in the Hood, yeah. I've done a bunch of videos on the channel walking through all sorts of these alleyways and laneways. I've covered most of them, I think, in the central part of Toronto, both on the east side and the west side. And I don't think I've encountered anything really sketchy in any of those walks, other than just passing by a person who was looking a bit, you know, dodgy, but they never actually said anything or did anything. Even walked around in the alleys in like Moss Park, which is considered the sketchiest neighborhood in downtown. Yeah, I think as long as I keep moving, crikey, I'm alright. If I had to stand still for a while, I'd start to probably freeze though. Like some of those parades that we live stream when it's cold, that's a challenge. I remember the St. Patrick's Day parade last year. Johnny and I were streaming it, and just standing there for like an hour and a half or however long it was in one place in the cold, that takes a toll. You're like, oh my god. But when you're moving around, it's perfectly fine usually. Hey, Ken Land. I am just emerging from Croft Street onto Harbour here. We just walked through the whole Croft Street stralley. Starting from College Street, we went north. So this is Harbour now. $619, no, we met after we both had been doing the walking videos for a little while, because we kind of crossed paths a few times when we were both out recording, And we knew about each other because our channels got recommended to each other since we did the same thing. And eventually we just got in touch and did a planned collaboration in 2020. So that was the first time we met. Was to do a collab video in August of 2020. And since then we've done, I don't know how many collabs and other videos together. Some intentional, some not intentional. Sometimes we just run into each other still. And sometimes he snipes me and sometimes I snipe him, such as I did yesterday. Hey, Brett Mallon, hello. So this is Borden. This is a residential street. We'll walk past Central Tech High School. This is a huge high school here. There's a rumor, is there? Who's the third then? Who's the third? Certainly not Megan, I can tell you that. And Megan would feel left out if I was in a throuple with Johnny and another person and not her. I don't think she would stand for that. No, it would have to be a quadruple. Hey, Kevin Hawthorne. Action Kid. But he doesn't live in Toronto. That would be like a long distance quadruple. Or thruple. So here's Central Tech. Happy New Year, Andrew. So I'm going to make my way back over to Bathurst again. I just thought I'd take us through this nice little residential area. It's very peaceful. I remember rolling with Ian, yep. It was sad to hear of his passing. And then 2 years later we lost another of our biggest supporters. Clayton Crawford, RIP to both of them. Why do I smell skunk? Seems odd for a skunk to be out and about on a cold January day. I don't think it's weed. Doesn't have that weed smell. It smells more like actual skunk. You live in East York, Russell. I'll probably get out that way again soon. I've always liked Pape Village. I think it's probably the neatest part of East York. And a small part of the Danforth also is within East York. I think Little Bangladesh is actually in the East York section of the Danforth. Good evening, Carl Roth. Alright, we're heading back up to Bathurst here. We're still walking around Central Tech. The school goes on and on here. Hey, Austin Peters. Yeah, I miss their presence in the chats for sure, Jake. I never did meet Clayton Crawford in person, but I did meet Rolling with Ian a number of times. Because he lived in the same apartment building as I did. It was kind of funny when he realized that for the first time, or we both realized who we were. Everything is very well, Austin, thanks. And we're back heading north on Bathurst now. Surprised you hadn't heard. Carl Clayton unfortunately passed away over the Christmas holidays. I don't know much about any details. Hey, Evil Gumball. The original George's Deli and Barbecue. There's one right near my place called George's Pizza with the same style of signage. I wonder if it's the same George who runs both of these places. Okay, thanks, Vivian. Michelle Gray, hello. Right, we're on Bloor Street.
Is busy today or no? Well, their kids, they never play like the whole Street Fighter shit. Play some of that at home, you know,
The quieter retail. I'm not sure. You mean have things died down in the mall and that sort of thing? I'm not sure what you mean. Yeah, Bloor Street is pretty lively right now. This is the Annex neighborhood. It's usually pretty lively. Last time I walked through here was on Christmas night, and it was pretty dead. I do have a video of that walk. It was kind of getting a bit later on Christmas night, so yeah, it was very quiet. Oh, I think for sure things have died down with the shopping for now. Here's Albany Avenue. This is the street that Jane Jacobs used to live on. The famous urbanist author who resettled in Toronto, lived out her life here. Do we know what an egg cream is? I don't know. I don't know if I know what an egg cream is. I know what an Easter cream egg is. Those cream-filled chocolate eggs. I remember, I guess in the 80s, there was a commercial on for the Cadbury Easter cream eggs that I always enjoyed. It was just a little bunny rabbit sitting there clucking like a chicken. So it was just a white fluffy bunny rabbit, and it just was a still shot of the bunny rabbit just sitting there, and all you heard was buck, 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 buck. And that was the ad for the Easter cream eggs. I don't know if anyone remembers that. Yes, Nancy, it was Clayton Crawford. You remember that, John Barrientos? That still runs? I haven't seen that on TV in ages. I mean, I probably saw it on American TV stations to begin with, because everyone in Canada has American TV on their on their cable, or sometimes over the air. In Toronto you can get American TV stations, but I haven't seen it in so long. Go to Fun Guys. Nepalese and Indian cuisine and Mexican cuisine. The Annex has got you covered for whatever cuisine, but unfortunately Big Sushi is gone away forever. But Sushi on Bloor is right across the street, or it was. It's around here somewhere. Wow, we just passed 400 concurrent viewers. Welcome each and every one of you who's new, or maybe you're returning after having watched the New Year's Eve stream. Come and say hi in the chat. You don't have to. But if you want, that would be cool. And hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done that. Does Toronto have suburban sprawl? Yeah, Toronto has like a ton of suburban sprawl. A ton. Although Toronto's suburban sprawl is a lot denser than typical American suburban sprawl. Everett Clenenden, a $20 super chat. Happy New Year, Ken. Wow, thank you very much for the generous super chat, Everett. Happy New Year to you as well. Hey, Robert Brun from San Diego. I think if you're going by urban density, the built-up area of Toronto and its suburbs altogether is the densest urbanized area in the US and Canada. So if you include the density of the suburban areas with the density of the old pre-war urban areas, you get a number that is more dense overall than any other urban area in the US and Canada. Because the old pre-war part of Toronto is very dense. Not as dense as New York City, but Toronto's post-war suburbs are denser than New York City's post-war suburbs. So Toronto comes out ahead overall if you include urban and suburban density together. Hey, Augustina, hello. Yeah, James, it feels a lot colder than -5. It definitely feels like minus double digits cold right now. There's just a chill in the air. Hey, Chris Mills, hello. And if you want to know why Toronto's suburbs are so dense, it's because they tend to have a lot more multifamily housing and a lot more high-rise residential buildings than typical suburbs in the US, say. I did a video of Mississauga recently, and you can see what I'm talking about. That's Toronto's biggest suburb, and it's full of tall high-rise towers, like 25-30 kilometers away from downtown Toronto. I think that's happened a few times, 619, because people don't always read the title of the stream, I find. If they just see live on YouTube, they'll just start watching without necessarily noticing or looking at the title. So I've had a few people ask what city this is. And yeah, some people have said, like, is this New York or things like that? And I just go, nope, it is Toronto. How's my battery doing? Still going down, but much more slowly. Dave, Johnny started live streaming before me by several months, I guess, before I did. But I started doing pre-recorded walking videos before he did by about 5 or 6 months, I think. In the current style that we do them, because Johnny did different sort of videos when he began his channel. They're time-lapse videos. But I think we both were doing this within 6 months of each other, pretty much though. I just started a bit earlier than he did. There's the Bata Shoe Museum. It's a whole museum of shoes, the history of footwear, going back 6,000 years or however far back footwear goes. But both Johnny and I were inspired by Action Kid, so he was doing it well before either of us were. So it was pretty cool when Action Kid came to Toronto and all three of us got to hang out together. The lens is dirty, is it? Let me check. I don't see anything on the lens. I'll just give it a wipe just in case. I don't know if that did anything. He came in the fall of 2022. Yeah, fall of 2022. So just a bit over a year ago. AT, I certainly can. Hello, Gancha. Thanks for watching the stream tonight. It's great to have you. Oh yeah, Johnny started his streams in Toronto. I guess probably Johnny, Bill. For live streams, I mean, doing it on a regular basis anyway. I'm sure somewhere, sometime, somebody did a live stream of Toronto, you know, as a one-off or whatever that we didn't really know about. But as far as a regular live streamer of this sort where we walk around the city. I think Johnny was the first one. My first live stream was in 2021, early 2021. So just about 3 years ago is when I did my first live stream. Hey, Boobag, hello there. Good to have you. Thanks for coming up to say hi. Thanks for subscribing. I'm on Bloor Street. We're heading east, right near the ROM. There's the Royal Ontario Museum right over there. Here's the Royal Conservatory of Music across the street. That's an awesome building. It's part of U of T. And if you're a Star Trek fan, that's where Khan Noonien Singh sort of came to be as a villain in the Star Trek world. He was from Toronto, according to Star Trek canon now, if you watch Strange New Worlds. Babag, I'm in Toronto. We were just talking about that earlier. I don't know if you're just joking around or not, but definitely Toronto. ROM looking pretty cool. It's changing colors. I've been to New York City a couple of times. Not recently, though. I'll have to go back. Hey, Picard is here. Ahead, warp factor 9.9. Engage. Talking about Star Trek. And then Picard appears. And Scotty can be Scott Briggs. You're Scotty now, all right? So we got Picard, we got Scotty. Looks like it's falling over. It does sort of have that appearance, I think, by design. Let me see if I can get a whole thing here. Can't hold it together much longer, Captain. Scotty, give it everything you got, Scotty. Hey, Slav Lolly, hello. Tell the pedestrian you said hi. let's head into Yorkville. I've done Bloor Street recently in another stream, so let's head through Yorkville this time. Let's look south. Do I spend a lot of time in my apartment? Well, I think in the winter time I do. A lot more than in the summer, that's for sure. Hey William, how you doing? Here's the Church of the Redeemer. Can I tell a pedestrian you said hi? I say, Babag says hi. Oh, doggies. The bag says hi, doggies. And I told some dogs you said hi. Saw some snowflakes? I didn't see any. I don't think there's been any. I think the snow will come eventually. I was saying earlier that it's not unusual for Toronto to have no snow in the winter. It's pretty normal, actually. We usually get hit with some major snowfalls here and there, but it usually melts away within like a week or so. This is Yorkville Avenue. The bag says hi. Yeah. This is Old York. No, this isn't Old York Lane. This is another laneway. This is Yorkville Lane. Old York Lane is nicer. Let's go to that one. GTA is Greater Toronto Area. Or it's Grand Theft Auto if you play video games. Yeah? Yeah? GTA, do you like Grand Theft Auto or Greater Toronto Area? Shouldn't there be a Grand Theft Auto set in the Greater Toronto Area?
There should be. Honestly,
there should be.
Like,
yeah.
I love to steal cars in Yorkville.
Yeah, see?
Are you live streaming?
Yeah.
On TikTok?
On YouTube.
On YouTube?
Yeah.
Can I
Yeah, you want to say hi?
Yeah, what's your,
The Ken Continuum.
The Ken?
The Ken Continuum.
Continuum.
Yeah.
They're all the same name. That's you?
That's me. Yeah. Yeah, we got
That's
over
you?
400 people watching right now.
Actually?
You can say hi.
Hold on.
Babag says hi. This
Who
guy,
says
this
hi?
guy in the chat says hi. So
Oh,
there you go.
It's a live stream. Hello.
All right, hello. All right, enjoy. Thanks.
Hold on, can I see myself? Will it show?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Oh, it's an ad.
Oh yeah, that'll be over in a minute.
Guys,
yeah,
get
yeah.
YouTube
Hi.
Premium. Get YouTube Premium. No one likes ads.
Nobody does.
What-
No,
what's it- what
but
do you
ads
think?
are good for YouTubers because they pay us for ad revenue, right?
That's true,
Yeah.
that's true.
There we
Alright,
go.
Let's see myself.
There we go. Now you can see
Hi.
yourself. There you go.
Okay, bye guys. Thank
All
you.
right. All right. Have a good night. Happy New Year. That was an awesome kid. All right, now here's Old York Lane. This is the nicer one.
So now it's closed.
You were never a kid? You were just hatched as an adult. Or maybe you were cloned. Calanthea, hello, if I'm pronouncing your name correctly. It is posh. This whole neighborhood is posh. Everything is posh in Yorkville. I don't think I'd have much success on TikTok. Megan has a TikTok, and she's been doing all right lately. She's been getting a lot of views on some of her videos. I think one of them is getting close to 1 million views that she posted recently. She's pretty happy about that. That's a very posh hotel there, the Hazelton. It might be the poshest hotel in all of Toronto, actually. It's a 5-star hotel. I'll keep you in mind if I need any new mods. I'm not really looking to get any new mods right now. This is a very lovely area, yeah. It's all posh now, but 50 years ago, or maybe closer to 55 years ago, this was sort of a grungy bohemian neighborhood where all the hippies would congregate. It was sort of like the Haight-Ashbury of Canada, if you know Haight-Ashbury in San Francisco. This was the Canadian version of that in the late 1960s, mid to late 60s. This was hippie central. It was all coffee houses and hippie flop houses and live music all over the place. Kids hanging out, doing sit-ins in the street. People would drive through and just gawk at the hippies. Like, there were tour buses that would take people through Yorkville just to look at the hippies. Like, it was like they're at the zoo or something. Like, look at all those freaky looking hippies. All the people from the suburbs would come down just to gawk at them. It was quite the scene in the 60s, and a lot of famous musicians sort of got their start here in Yorkville, such as musicians, as professional musicians, such as Joni Mitchell and Neil Young and a bunch of other ones like Gordon Lightfoot. I think I see a few little flakes coming down now. You know what? I just started noticing the little flakes coming down. Yep. Hello, Aria. Thank you for watching the stream. went to Woodstock at 13. Wow, that must have been something you'll remember forever. Must have been pretty eye-opening for a 13-year-old to be at Woodstock. I know a lot of crazy stuff went on there. Loud noises. This is Bay Street. We're just crossing. Hey, Jeanette Morales. A $15 super chat. Wow, thank you. Hi, Ken and pals. Yorkville is one of my top 5 TO neighborhoods. Been lurking due to a work project. Awesome stream. Yes, hopefully you can spend some time in Yorkville during your next visit, Jeanette. Thank you so much for the generous support. Big thanks, Jeanette Morales. Thank you. That woman said hello. I missed it. Oh well. Hello, woman who said hello. I'll have to watch the replay later. You were conceived at Woodstock. That is amazing. Now that's a story that you can tell people forever and they'll always be impressed by that. I wish I could say the same. You've been to Woodstock? See, all the Christmas lights are still here. There's a city in Ontario called Woodstock, actually. It's a small city between Kitchener and London, southwest of Toronto. Not the same Woodstock, obviously. That one's in upstate New York, but it's not too far away. I bet you there were a ton of Torontonians at the Woodstock, because it's pretty close to drive from Toronto to Woodstock, New York. It's a pretty easy drive. Woodstock 69. Yeah, I was born just a month after Woodstock. Woodstock was in August of 69. I was born in September. So we're still on Yorkville Avenue. We're heading east. There's the Yorkville branch of the Toronto Public Library. It's open. Library branches stay open pretty late in Toronto. Dave S., I'm 54. I just turned 54 last September. You're born July 69. A bit too young, I guess, to go, right, Jeanette? Or am I moving to Yorkville? I think I'll stay on the east side of downtown, where the rent is cheap. Toronto Reference Library. Thanks, Mike Hunty. I always get a kick out of saying your name. What day? September 19th. Just about at Yonge and Bloor. Heading south on Yonge now. The library was hacked. Oh, that's terrible. Toronto Public Library is one of the best resources in the city. If you have a membership, you can access so many stuff. Or so many things, so much stuff, or so many things on the Toronto Public Library website. All kinds of movies, newspapers, tons and tons of great stuff you can access. Have a good night, William. Thanks for checking out the stream. For months. Well, that's terrible. And we're at Yonge and Bloor. It's very crisp, Ken Moritz. Very, very crisp. The air is almost crackling. It's that crisp. It's like a snap, crackle, pop sort of thing going on here. You have this one. One Bloor East, and now we have one Bloor West. It's catching up to it. It's going to pass it eventually. You mean one Bloor West? Right, Bill Johnson? They haven't stopped construction though. The receiver is continuing construction, so it's still rising. I think they intend to finish building the building, which will eventually be 91 stories, or yeah, I think 91 stories will be the final height when that's topped out. It's probably somewhere between 40 and 50 stories right now, so it still has a ways to go. My phone is at 37% now, so it's slowly losing battery life. The power bank is just slowing it down. It's not stopping it. I think it's just too cold out. Even with my Snuggie on the power bank, I think it's a bit too cold to be working properly. Oh, here's warm air coming up from this vent. Maybe I should stand here for a minute and warm up my phone and power bank. We're heading east on Bloor Street East. Have a nap. Here's to the September nerds. Right, Mike? Right, we're at Young and Church. I think I'll head south on Church. Yeah, you can see some little tiny flakes coming down. It doesn't even qualify as flurries, it's that light. Hey, thank you very much, Mike. Glad you enjoy my my ramblings as we walk around. Look back towards Young and Bloor. Glad you enjoy also, Sonia. Girl who lives at Sherborne. I live pretty close to Sherborne. I'm just a block or so away. I live close enough to Dundas and Sherborne that I can hear some of the activity that takes place at that intersection, especially on summer nights when my window is open. Because there's usually always something going on at Dundas and Sherborne, especially in the summer. Alright, we're heading south down Church. Pretty much doing like a big giant rectangle here on this stream, I find. Heading back towards where I began. There's Charles Street. And once again, if you're watching and enjoying and you want to see more of this sort of thing, I do these streams regularly. Hit the subscribe and hit the bell notification so you'll be notified when I do my next live stream. And I also do pre-recorded videos that I post daily on days when I don't live stream. So every single day there's something new on the channel, a walk, whether live or pre-recorded. So hit all the buttons, as I like to say. Like, share, subscribe. You know the drill. Yeah, I think I'm like you, Dave S. I'm sort of all mixed up. They used to call that a Heinz 57 when you're talking about a dog breed. I guess I'm a human Heinz 57. Good evening, Jenna A. Downtown Animal Hospital. It's a bunch of happy looking pets. Yeah, I'm terrible at Irish accents. Open mic my humor. Maybe one day I'll get up the nerve to do something like that. Yeah, my Christmas and holidays and New Year's and Hanukkah, it was all good. All that stuff. It was all good. We're coming into the village. That building isn't occupied yet, that's why it's all dark. It's brand new. No one lives there yet. The Village, not to be confused with that M. Night Shyamalan movie. Nope, no dinguses, Gertij. I haven't encountered a real dingus in quite a long time now. Stormcrow Manor, that's a fun place to go. I think it's a bar restaurant that has a sort of a geek themed decor inside. If you're into geek culture, nerd culture, whatever you want to call it. Barbara Hall Park. Wow, I haven't seen it this empty in a long time. There's usually lots of interesting characters hanging out in this park, to the point where it's kind of off-putting, I think, to local residents. They tend to avoid that park, but it's empty right now. I am on Church Street, yeah, heading south. Anvil Alley, I always get a kick out of this. If you're a fan of Toronto classic metal, you might know who Anvil is. I always wonder if they know about that alley. Hey Anvil, you have your own alley in Toronto. We're at Church and Wellesley. This is sort of like the main intersection here in the village. Yeah, I'm doing all right, Ken. As long as I keep moving, I don't feel too cold. That round building with the lights on top right here? Gordon Lightfoot used to live in that building when he was a youngish guy in the 70s. That's where he lived. I think he wrote a lot of songs while he was living there too. That should be like a historical landmark. Later, he moved to a big house in Rosedale once he became more successful, but that's where he was for a while. I think it's on Alexandra Street, Jeanette.
Hey, sexy.
Hello. That guy said, "Hey, sexy." So I just, hello. Yeah, we are in the village. There's Cruise and Tangos, one of the popular bars here on Church. And this side of the street has a whole bunch of popular places, really. Got North of Brooklyn Pizza here. One of the best pizza places in Toronto, maybe the best, depending on who you talk to. Here's Woody's. Here's Sailor. Here's Flash. These are all long-standing bars here, really popular. They're all featured in that 90s TV show called Queer as Folk, which was all shot here on Church Street. Although it was supposed to be Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania on the show, but it was really here on Church Street in Toronto. Stormcrow Manor. It's just north of here. We walked past it like about 5 minutes ago. You worked on Queer as Folk, Bill? That's awesome. I used to watch that show. Well, hello, Paolo. Might watch the X-Files Fight the Future. I haven't seen that movie since it played in the theater. So that's how long it's been since I've watched that one. I remember liking it. I was a pretty big X-Files fan when it was airing in the 90s. It was appointment TV, you know, one of those shows where you're like, okay, it's X-Files time now. No phone, no nothing else, no distractions, time to watch the X-Files. Sonia, yeah, there's quite a few movies filmed in Toronto. Katie 30, hello. Well, happy birthday to you. Very happy birthday to you, Katie. Dear Katie. We're on Church Street, Wesley. Like, so many movies were filmed in Toronto, the list is endless, but movies that were set in Toronto is a much shorter list, right? But there's still quite a few of those I can think of. Like, David Cronenberg did a bunch of movies that were set in Toronto, like Videodrome. Even The Fly, I think, was supposed to be set here, even though they don't mention it by name, but... And, you know, like the Bob and Doug movie. Scott Pilgrim, more recently, the Scott Pilgrim movie. Adam Agoyan did movies that were set here, like Exotica. Or Last Night, that was another good one. I think there's a Wikipedia page that will tell you all the movies that were set in Toronto, not just filmed here. And the list is pretty long. It's a long list. Lots of them are Canadian movies, obviously, so they're not as popular or well known as a Hollywood movie. Suits was filmed here, that's right. Alright, we're at Carlton, church in Carlton. There's the old Maple Leaf Gardens building, now Loblaws. There's still an arena on the second floor. The Mattamy Arena, I think it's called. And I think that's where the new Women's Professional Hockey League team is going to be playing. Well, that's always been an interest of mine, Sonia. As I was saying earlier, I like movies and TV shows, so I do tend to spend a lot of time learning about movies and TV. Yeah, we're coming into the TMU area now. Toronto Metropolitan University, formerly Ryerson University. Hey, Caroline, hello, and Linda Ray Kay, good evening. There's the aura towering over everything around here. Smitty, yeah, I've watched Black Mirror. A couple other movies set in Toronto. I think there's one called The Last Waltz. That was pretty good. It has Seth Rogen and Michelle Williams. That was a pretty good movie. And Chloe is another one I can think of. And the new Scott Pilgrim animated series on Netflix, of course, is all set in Toronto. And the cool thing is they mention my hometown North Bay a couple of times, because a bunch of characters from the Scott Pilgrim universe are all supposed to be from North Bay, including Scott Pilgrim himself and his friend Kim Pine and his sister and another girl named Lisa. And then in the new Netflix series, they made a couple more characters from North Bay. I think Gideon, one of the villains, one of the evil ex-boyfriends, is from North Bay. And Julie Powers, another character from the comics, is from North Bay now too. So that's like, you know, like a half a dozen characters in the Scott Pilgrim universe are all from North Bay. That's kind of weird. And I think Aubrey Plaza does the voice of Julie Powers. And so her character says, I went to high school in North Bay, Ontario. And I was thinking, does Aubrey Plaza in real life even know where the heck North Bay, Ontario is? Probably not. She's probably like, where is that? What am I even saying? Hey, thanks, Caroline. Yeah, it looks really nice on these cold, clearer nights. Although I think it's cloudy now, but in any case. Yeah, Marie, it's kind of neat. SCTV. Yeah, that's right up there with Kids in the Hall, is sort of like top tier Toronto comedy. I don't think that'll ever happen, Leo. I think Yonge Street is way too important a street for them to rename it. That'd be like renaming Broadway in New York as above average widthway. Can't say broad. That offends broad people. Above average width. All right, Gould. Robert Meffrey, I remember that show. Robert Meffrey, if I'm pronouncing the name correctly. I used to watch that show. Continuum, that's right. How dare it be shot in Vancouver and not Toronto. Hey, Janie DeJeron, hello. Hey, Gord Mack, you're welcome. Watching from Wabashing. I've been through that area a number of times before. Sliders, yeah, I used to watch that. I rewatched it recently on the Comet channel. I get Buffalo TV over the air because I have an antenna. So I get the Comet sci-fi sub-channel on one of the Buffalo stations, and they aired all the Sliders episodes, so I rewatched that whole show. The first season really holds up well. The second season is pretty good, but then the show starts to fall apart after like the second season, and by the end it's kind of not so good anymore, but it was still fun to watch it all over again. Hey, Advisirit, hello. I don't think I watched Primeval though. No, I don't believe I watched that. Rogers was down today for 40,000 users. Holy. Centrecourt blows. I've always found they put their buildings up super fast. I've kind of liked that about them. A Centrecourt building will get built in about half the time of a building by other developers, I find. I'm not sure about the quality of the units and that sort of thing, but they sure do build quick. No, we're not going to the metro. I just got some groceries yesterday, so I don't really need to go. But I thought since I'm so close to Yonge and Dundas, I'd just take us over there. There's Bond Street Hotel. It's being converted into affordable housing now. It was a shelter for a few years during the pandemic, but now it's being converted into proper affordable housing. What? So its days as a hotel are over. Most of the other hotels, though, that were shelters have returned to being hotels again, such as the Victoria Hotel and the Novotel, just to name a couple. they're all back in use again. Robert Armstrong, $2, saying Rogers sucks. Well, I use Bell, so I guess I can't argue too much about that. So thank you very much, Robert Armstrong, for the $2. It's very much appreciated. Cheers, Robert. Thank you. We were here in 2011. This is German. That was a long time ago. I was living here then. There's been a lot of changes around here since then. This whole area has gotten a bit of a revamp with all new video screens and things of that nature. It looks quite a bit more updated now compared to how it looked back in 2011. Total Tech, I am at Yonge and Dundas. Well, almost. Yonge and Dundas is right over there. And Domegarth, €2, chiming in also, saying the telecom sucks here too. Thank you, Domegarth. I guess this is just a universal thing, right? Thank you, Domegarth. I mean, Bell has its moments for sure, but it's mostly been okay the whole time I've been streaming with Bell. Haven't had too many problems. I remember the stream in Niagara Falls sucked because it just totally crashed. It couldn't handle the load in Niagara Falls. And a couple times at things like New Year's. Other than that, it's been pretty good. Yeah, I've been enjoying the walk, Dusty. So here we are. This is where I began the New Year's Eve stream. It was a much different scene on New Year's Eve than it is right now. Just imagine thousands of people packed here partying, literally dancing. I am at Yonge and Dundas, yes indeed. There's still a fair number of people milling around here though. Hello.
Hey, I like your gimbal.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. It's trying to stay warm. Yeah.
Oh, let's go, let's go.
The breakdancer guy is over there. That guy just is at it. No matter what. Cold, hot, rain, snow, breakdancer guy is doing his thing over there. He's been doing that the whole time I've been living in Toronto. So I moved here in 2010 and he was doing it then and he's still doing it. I wonder how old he'll be before he can't breakdance anymore. He must be like middle-aged now. Whoa. So there we go, Yonge and Dundas on a very cold Thursday evening. Never touch another man's gimbal. Yeah, he just said he liked my gimbal. Heading south on Yonge. I think I'll just go another block or so here. And maybe we'll take a peek at the claw machine arcade up here. We'll see if that's busy on a cold Thursday night. Got the Eaton Center across the street. That's where Nordstrom used to be. Now it's empty. I'm hoping a Simon store will go in there. That'd be nice to have downtown. Yeah, the old former Pantages Theater. Now it's called the Ed Mervis Theater. They got Chicago playing there now. You like Simon's? Yeah, there's one in Square One. I did my recent video there. And I was saying it'd be cool if they opened up downtown here at the Eaton Center. There's space now. Here's the claw machine arcade. All right, Jeanette, have a good night. And thank you for lurking and then coming in to say hi, and thank you for the support earlier. Hope to see you again soon, maybe in tomorrow night's premiere. So this place is always pretty busy. It's nice to see that it's doing all right. It's just claw machines in there. It's like a slice of Tokyo. Maybe I'll take us over to Massey Hall and I'll wrap things up there at Massey Hall. It's a legendary music venue here in Toronto. That Burger King has always been a bit of a show of sorts. Late at night, it's open 24 hours, so you can imagine the sort of things that might happen in and around there. Sort of similar to the McDonald's at Queen and Spadina. We're on Shooter Street. There's Massey Hall. You've heard of Carnegie Hall, right, in New York. Well, this is sort of like Canada's Carnegie Hall. If you play at Massey Hall, you've made it. So they have all kinds of live acts, music, stand-up comedians, that sort of thing. I don't think there's anything going on tonight, though. Their sign is not lit up here. Usually if there's a show, it's all lit up. They should call it Massey Hall Square, yeah. Well, they did call this condo building behind it Massey Tower. See some of the shows here. You saw Willie Nelson here. Wow. I think Gordon Lightfoot played here more often than anyone else. He played here more often than anywhere else also as a performer. You saw Gord here, Mark? That's awesome. Plaque here. $1894. This has been around for a long time. Opened in 1894. And here's Feist. Feist is coming. Looks like an old fire station. It sort of does, right? You have like a box office here. And they had this whole new addition on the side. This is brand new. The Allied Music Center. They did all these renovations and construction from late 2019 until last year. So the timing was perfect because that happened to be during all the lockdowns when there weren't any shows going on anyway. So that was a perfect time for them to do all this expansion and renovation. And then they reopened last year. Tragically Hip 2. That's awesome. All right, I'm going to head north on Victoria, and I'm going to start to wrap up the stream. Maybe I'll take us to 3 hours. We're 4 minutes away. I think this is new. This Subway Starbucks combo here. Yeah, I wasn't expecting to do a 3-hour stream tonight. I thought it would be too cold and I'd wrap it up like after an hour and a half or 2 hours or something, but here we are 3 hours later. My phone battery's not dead yet. It's at 20% though, so I wouldn't be able to go much longer anyway. Oh, thank you, Pamela. I'm glad you enjoyed. I enjoyed it too. And I'm not sure if I've done 20k steps today, but I think I've surpassed 15k. So I'm going to make my way up towards Dundas and start heading east back to home. Here's the other side of the Ed Mervis Theatre. And we got the Senator Restaurant. Is it open? I hear jazz music. I know they have live jazz in here, or the place next door also. No, the Senator is closed. It's been closed more often than not. I see people inside though. Maybe they're just closed for the night. Maybe they were open earlier. They're just closing up. This is the Jazz Bistro, as it's called here. Looks like they're closed for the night too. I see a couple people inside. Hey, Mars Tech, you're welcome. So thank you all. I'm gonna wrap things up now. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I had a lot of fun tonight. We kind of went in a big square of sorts around the city. I'm almost in the same spot where I began the stream, just a little bit, about a 5-minute walk away from where I began the stream. So you're all great tonight. I enjoyed chatting with you all. So big thanks, and thank you to the mods also. A huge thanks to them for all the good work that they do, keeping an eye on things in the chat. And huge thanks to all the people who supported the channel tonight with your super chats or super stickers or any PayPal donations. It's very much appreciated. It means a lot to me that you support the channel, and it helps the channel a lot, obviously. And I'll be streaming again in a few days, so keep an eye out for that. And tomorrow night I'll be premiering a video on my channel around 7:15 in the evening. I hope you can catch that, and we can all chat in the live chat during the premiere. And that'll be a fun video where I track down Johnny Stride, so I hope you can all check that one out. So until next time, I will continue, and of course hit the subscribe if you haven't already, and the like and the share and all that good stuff. Hit all the buttons, as I like to say. So have a good night, everyone. I'll see you all again soon. Alright, stay warm. It's cold out here. Alright, my phone's gonna die soon. So night, everyone.